Level X, iCON the Mic King. Okay, this is where it's over for all of you.
Now it's the end.
I'm so sick of simple similes saturating sonic escapes that I offer this simulacrum and command you assimilate. Your limited mind is at the end of its prime, so I'm splitting hemispheres to icon dishing enzymes. I'm poking chosen youth for vocables spoken through token booths, Verizon rhyming rules, showing you what you're supposed to do. The fate of Earth spins faster to a level X, but when we leverage, you're left with a settled beverage, pop was flattened. And at the same time, the average madness, meta-hazardous practice. Systematically, we shatter three majesties tragically, but erase the events so these MCs can keep their sanity. With powerful positions, we planted poetic pictures, perfectly placed and painted with potent pigment, and erase the word light from its presence in every sentence. Erase the word light from its presence in every sentence. Erase the word light from its presence in every sentence. Erase the word light from its presence in every sentence. It's over. The end of the simple nonsense. Giving a minute out into ethics in your subconscious. The beginning of your ending. Written in ash and embers. The X level of rhyme. Far past what the past considered obsolete. Obviously, icon, ominous being. Welcoming apocalypse for the populace promise to thee. One-dimensional punchlines, cliche rhyme schemes, and nonsense content. Erased from designs clean. I too eat them seeds, but all my physical matrix tastes is complacent, faceless. Done at the basic paces. I said that you change arrangement. Complaining to blame the plaintiff. You could be as ill as me. I'm saying it's a shame, it's latent. That's a mouthful, I doubt you'll catch correct. I'll staple you the labels, governing fast delivery, revealing the LMC. But Fed Express said it best, you're dead at next, plus you suck so effortless. I balled up the schematic and planted it in inanimate objects through a process and lost it. A caustic, frosted flow shower over your head in an alien sequence. That's all for you, cause it's the end. It's over, it's the end of the simple nonsense. Giving a minute out into ethics and your subconscious. The beginning of your ending, written in ash and embers. The X level of rhyme, far past the past considered. It is my mission to obliterate you all by splitting cryptic diction that'll penetrate your skull. You out of harvest garbage artists who chart a target and walk lethargic towards it. I know the thought presses behind your rhythm selection, so I can't take the soul from your sentence in essence. If it's an insolent, innocent, imminent shield, the lyricist massively passing these rhapsodies past your capacity, devising your demise. Dastardly, reread your MC text, the rules are now stricter. You're the reason crowns don't think the best MC is not the victor. Take this as the warning for molding your flow greater. This is your only warning, I'm prone to show omegas. Take this as a warning, I'm molding your flow greater. This is your only warning, I'm prone to show omegas. Omegas, it's the end, it's over. The end of the simple nonsense. Giving a minute out into ethics and your subconscious. The beginning of your ending, written in action embers. The X level of rhyme, far past the past consider. It's over. The end of the simple nonsense. Give it a minute out into ethics and your subconscious. The beginning of your ending, written in ash and embers. The X level of rhyme, far past the past considered. I mean, think about it. How easy is it to be a little punchline MC? How hard is that? Why don't you intrigue my mind with some ill concepts? Why don't you spit some nice lyrics? Oh yeah, let me guess, you get me open. Oh yeah, that's great. Nice little simile. It's real simple. Give me something that's more two-dimensional or three-dimensional, whatever. I wanna sit there and think about it and get it later. You're whack. All of y'all, it's whack. It's over. This is the end. I don't wanna hear no more of that garbage nonsense. That's it. It's the end. Now it's the end. Now it's the end. Now it's the end. Now it's the end. Level X on the beat. Sound minds, cause it's the end. Focus, it's the end. Anonymous, cause it's the end. Success on the beat. It's the end. It's over. It's over for all of you. It's over. It's the end. It's the end. It's the end. Over for all of you. It's the end. It's over. It's over for all of you. It's the end. It's over. The sun set for the last time, the earth cried for good reason, stars fled from the black sky to try and hide from the phoenix. The sun set for the last time, the earth cried for good reason, stars fled from the black sky to try and hide from the phoenix. Alone, I survived the apocalypse, harbinger of things to come. The planet was scorched by traveling force that stings the sun. Amidst the deserted wasteland lays the human race's remnants, decomposing flesh, freaks of souls that left their face this stagger across the rocky terrain, adopting the chase of existence, staring toward the opulent space, doctoring faith for persistence. I've traveled from state to state, hysteria to insanity, examine my place in fate as carrier of my family. Wormholes to hyperspace, swallow metropolitan locales, swarms of angels adorned with halos, revamp the planet the ghost. Imagine a trauma branded the madness, absorbed in damage that I am then sworn to manage, cause I was alive for the habit. When I arose to this void, tailor-made from spatial holes, I made my goal to employ razor blades for angel throats, but in my soul soon a voice claimed to pave a way to go, so I chose to rejoice. Saving grace that came as told. She said, and though I couldn't decipher the words, the meaning was awfully clear. I was defying the trap soul, for the being was drawing me near. It took all of 3 years of searching, fearing a lost hope, but I meet the source of the voice dead, weeping tears of the cause. Sunset for the last time, the earth cried for good reason, stars fled from the black sky to try and hide from the phoenix. So it's me alone, you see, who holds the key of hope for peace, as I discovered the wonder among us, the Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. I reached out to the corpse and methods I can't explain it. An enchanted flame danced in grain in a woman's flaccid veins. And I wasn't that amazed, in fact I half expected it. Reanimation of an oracle to occur at last is effortless. She had the eyes of a newborn, yet peered to the face of an ancient. I had a multitude of questions, but compassion labeled me patient. For who I'm facing is sacred, a gracious sage of the ages. She caressed the rock of the earth, obsessed the lost in its worth, and I imagine the sanity damaged this cost of this birth. Just then she stopped and stared, and I felt something come over me. I was aware of her purpose now, to show me the Lotus Seed. The rock she cradled with care had shape shifted to a flower. She planted it inanimate while giving it gifts of power. The seedling evaded her focus, and she then traded the moment to ponder the fate of atonement. Plus she hadn't created a lotus. Never once would she utter a word, her speech was vivid imagery. She made me get the picture with a bit of it transmitted mentally. In the span of a week, she implanted in me the memories of eternity to handle and keep. I didn't know if this holds the key or what I'm supposed to see. And before I could ask her, why are you showing me? She grasped at my neck and died a natural death after this breath. You are the Lotus Seed. The Lotus Seed. The Lotus Seed. The Lotus Seed. The sun set for the last time. The earth cried for good reason. Stars fled from the black sky to try and hide from the phoenix. So it's me alone, you see, who holds the key of hope for peace. And I discovered the wonder among us, the Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. With my newfound clarity and awareness about our fate, I rekindle the flame of the sun, dimming in outer space. Replacing the matrix of dirt to the way he made it at first, removing blemishes from the jaded face of the earth. Next would be her, the woman of my fantasies. I resurrect some lesser flesh, but it wouldn't fit my grandest body. I know for sin, yet she's a soldier within, bold from soul to the skin, noble with notions of kin. She would help me orchestrate our orbit's great spot in the flaws, and if the time is right and my line of sight challenge my thoughts. She's the maiden of angels envy, possessing a smile of sunshine and blazing with graceful entry and depth in the wilds of defined. With her by my side, the earth's a garden of Eden. We walk amongst its people who honor and greet us. Revitalize the solar system, brought back stolen souls to living, but to a certain degree my person still seems alone in prison. Given a gift and a curse, wishing ignorant bliss would occur, but I'm not God, just a deity sent in to finish his work. So you see the Lotus Seed had grown in me a potent power. I planted it in the planet and blossom a lotus flower. So you see the Lotus Seed had grown in me a potent power. I planted it in the planet and blossom a lotus flower. Planted it in the planet, blossom a lotus flower. And so it the sun set for the last time. The earth cried for good reason. Stars fled from the black sky to try and hide from the phoenix. So it's me alone, you see, who holds the key of hope for peace. As I discovered the wonder among us, the Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed. Lotus Seed.
Shifto,
and flourish. I cultivate and encourage the growth, I shape it and nourish. Lotus Flower. I'm watching my world mature and doctor the shorts, of course. The opulence born from loss. Lotus Flower. Rebirth successful, I breed perfect vessels to keep her as special. Lotus Flower. As the told, the golden honor and focus, important power and foes to expose the water, now sculpting the Lotus Flower.
Sitting on top of the world in the literal sense, granting the planet's inhabitants a liberal inch for the Lotus Flower to bloom. I grow in power attuned, the omen chakras and tools, the potent mox imbued. My awareness became omniscient the instant the seed was planted. Due to me, diseases vanish, humans even cease to manage. Human beings to breed in fashion, superseding needs and passions. I'm supreme, it means the action of my speech can freely happen. I dictate the rise of the sun, the season reflects my mood swings. Inflate the eyes of the young, they seem to respect my true link. The absolute energy, as the root entity that improved avenues. Cats can choose and just be. I've accomplished heaven on earth, at least where they believe it's real. I've allowed them their souls to think and speak what they see and feel. Earth is close to utopia as the conscious can stand. Where my companion and I visit, they always honor the land. She and I, we design a cloud palace of glass, equipped with towers of sand, lotus flowers and grass that grow and shower the land below with powders and trance. And the folks from harboring madness by only offering actions of scope that often relax the open mileage we bask in. As oldest stop the oldest honors we follow from happening in my brave new world, complete with so much saturation. A house of cards that strives the dark long as nobody adds. The seeds germinated and flourish. I cultivate and encourage the growth, I shape it and nourish. Lotus Flower. I'm watching my world mature and doctor the shorts, of course. The opulence born from loss. Lotus Flower. Rebirth successful, I breed perfect vessels to keep her as special. Lotus Flower. As the told, the golden honor and focus, important power and foes to expose the water, now sculpting the Lotus Flower. Comfortable up in the sky with what I construct in the vibes, but to my utter surprise, my queen thinks something's awry. She explains to me the main beliefs obstructing her mind. Since she fucks the divine, she asks how come the design of people on planet Earth isn't how you created me. I experience all emotion, they live a drug-induced fantasy. Though nothing cruel's happening, what's the use actually? It's all a sedated dream, dissolving a craving being involved to deflate the greed, abducting fools chance to be something you can't agree with, assumptions you can't remember. I asked her what she suggests, she said free them from the duress. As she pleaded, she get undressed. Even goddess logic is best to strive through desires of sex, the touch that you can't achieve. Needless to say, her grievance with chains, allegiance and ways, indecent and strange, and fuck up the masterpiece. I nicknamed the Pandora from the heinous act forward for inductive catastrophe. Now what are the casualties? No longer inhibited by my flawless experiment. People falling nefarious, callings and various awful experiences I saw for my citizens, not to solicit since it destructed our planet's being. And it seems our atomy metaphor fits the rhythm too, as she orchestrated an apocalypse with a forbidden fruit, leaving the crux with a damaged stream.
Germinated and flourish, I cultivate and encourage the growth, I shape it and nourish. Lotus Flower. I'm watching my world mature and doctor the shorts, of course. The opulence born from loss. Lotus Flower. Rebirth successful, I breed perfect vessels to keep her as special. Lotus Flower. As the told, the golden honor and focus, important power and foes to expose the water, now sculpting the Lotus
I tell her my flowers begun to wilt. She doesn't succumb to guilt. She's more fascinated with havoc, mayhem, and corruption built. She wants to feel and suffer real, living amidst the legions. I'm giving into a grievance without listening to the reasons. Made her a citizen in the region, new identity in the features, left the memory of who she is and ways to send for me if she needs it. I'm honored to all her travels, feel I'm supposed to take heed. In my observation, I've noticed they've grown to hate me. Statues have been defaced, my utopia's fading fast. My feelings for this woman won't allow me to change it back. The people are band together, the blood coursing is wicked, absorbed in the sickness and born in support for religion. They build up a congregation in opposition to me, under the guise of wanting a God just to issue in peace. This vicious regime, mask under Christian beliefs, caused the swiftest increase of blood that litters the streets. Though the pain is heartfelt, I've lost love for my children. I gave them back the planet, now I'm dubbed as the villain. I brought back the love of my life to help me overcome in my play, but the reaction I received wasn't delight. She told me to study the Bible and get closer to my soul, lose the lotus I control for atonement with the pole. But this our talking was done, my options were none. I placed her back on planet Earth and went for a walk on the sun.
Germinated and flourish, I cultivate and encourage the growth, I shape it and nourish. Lotus Flower. I'm watching my world mature and doctor the shorts, of course. The opulence born from loss. Lotus Flower. Rebirth successful, I breed perfect vessels to keep her as special. Lotus Flower. As the told, the golden honor and focus, important power and foes to expose the water, now sculpting the Lotus Flower. Germinated and flourish, I cultivate and encourage the growth, I shape it and nourish. Lotus Flower. I'm watching my world mature and doctor the shorts, of course. The opulence born from loss. Lotus Flower. Rebirth successful, I breed perfect vessels to keep her as special. Lotus Flower. As the told, the golden honor and focus, important power and foes to expose the water, now sculpting the Lotus Flower. They tell me ridicule is the burden of genius. Well, the burden of ridicule is that you'll be conquered by that genius. The genius is me.
Learn to appreciate what you can't begin to achieve, cause in my world if you suck it's a sin to MC. I make music with the sound of silence and paint with the color of clear. Create objects from emotion and lock you in a construct of your fears. I see around the universe's curvature with my naked eyes. The future holds you attacking me, I already know the place and time. I'll show up early and throw you off completely, then extend the space between us infinitely, or run forever and never reach me. I'm in tune with my surroundings, my abilities defy logic. Blindfolded, I'll catch a speeding bee by a stinger with chopsticks. Alone in a room with my shadow, I'll start a mosh pit and use invisible guns to hold your imaginary friends hostage. Mad and scared to hit me, I enter my inner space. I walk in circles and bullets ricocheting, figure eights. I'll give new meaning to break beat when your skull cracks from thick snares, and you'll get pushed to the side so fast your tattoos will be left in midair.
They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker.
It would take several of your lifetimes to master my gifts. Each word I commit to paper invokes a paradigm shift. My thought patterns dissolve matter, so draw weapons and suffer. When I force you through a prism and split you into a spectrum of colors. Shape shift ammo to paper to your firing mad loosely. Transform into a hologram, your bullets will pass through me. I'll materialize in front of you, look you in the eyes and start to spin you so fast your atomic structure will fly apart. My existence is all in your mind, but when you seek a cure for me, I hide in shadows of the doubts cast by the height of your insecurities. My thoughts process into your mind's enough to explode your dome, or at least rearrange your face or use your mouth to blow your nose. My imagination is infinite, it controls nature's design. That's why the only thing between me and you is a greater than sign. In other words, let's see, don't test me, I'm unbeatable, not even my memory serves me correctly.
They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker.
I don't suffer from insanity, I enjoy its touch of disease. If anything, it could be said insanity suffers for me. For exercise, I go to the beach and move at speeds fast enough that when I run over sand, I turn around and see glass. Before I travel, I snap my fingers in a given tour or shorten. And right, I listen to my classic albums yet to be written or recorded. I've undergone rigorous training to keep the skill degree to still prevail, cause your music makes inanimate objects feel the need to kill themselves. So I force you into a portrait, leave you stuck inside while the image runs alive out here on the other side. You get torn to limbo when I blink, so don't provoke the eyelids, or you won't find peace and quiet again. I give new meaning to broken silence. Skip oceans across rocks, taking objects traits from a slight touch. And even if the book is closed, I can read it with my eyes shut. It's irony, I draw the conclusion, you're getting erased, and better pieces from another dimension will fill your negative space.
They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker.
Time waits for no man, but I'm the one exception it spares. So if I seize the moment, you're stuck in the same nanosecond for years. I'm perfect in every respect, so most wonder when I will fail. But I put enough scotch tape on a clock face, not even time will tell. I'll take history that unfolded, reshape it to origami. For example, this world's past will include a war of Gandhis. Design way to pause an army that conquers more than the Moors and Nazis. Watch me, motherfucker. I take times, traits, touch, ticks, twist, trends, try, tic-tac-toe, 2 trim, 12, 2, 2, twice train time, 2 turn, tilt, twitch, tell 10, 2, 10, 2, twin twos, terms. I slam the mirror, you peering into the ground and it doesn't break a shatter, but every time you see your reflection, your fucking face is fractured. I'm mistaking myself for God, you see how I'm giving me likeness, cause when God met me, he went through an identity crisis.
They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl. Watch out, motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight. I'll trade you for your life. Watch out, motherfucker.
For heaven's sake, St. Peter better have me on the guest list, or I'll make hell the new heaven. Angels are selling souls to get in. The remaining saints will come for me, so I'll shower the planet in acid and escape into my silhouette. A shadow will be left with nothing to cast. For fun, I conquer other realities, pose of the savior, misdirect them, and animate comic strips in your paper to kill you. I read in the business section. Nomadic, if I touch a cure patient, they'll begin to relapse. People that turn their backs on me become salt, recalling what we had. I'm ill, my skills are disease that affects the real and the dreams. As aware result, emotions cower from feelings of me. I'm too advanced for this, you can't match methods I used to use, so you get precognitive nightmares of harm I'm yet to think to do to you. Go ahead, believe I'm out of ideas on how to split your face. I hit you so hard the equal opposite force will cause me to disintegrate. When I scribble thoughts on paper, somewhere in the world's brought to life, so try not to be on my mind when I got battle songs to write. They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl, watch out motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight, I'll trade you for your life, watch out motherfucker. They say they come for war, they say they want the war, unless you wanna brawl, watch out motherfucker. They say they want the mic, they think they wanna fight, I'll trade you for your life, watch out motherfucker. What I understand, there's a few rappers out there that think they can hang with me. Let me tell you that's impossible. I'm a god amongst men. I melt in cell negative space, silence is golden. I am the chosen tyrant with molten mind alignments and focus. Match which get bursting thoughts, I'll set dynamite in your cranium and put an end to you, minus spice and nitrogen with uranium. Michael King is as dangerous as sighting wings of an angel and asking for a face to face. I speak and write with the means and might and phenotype of a neophyte. Jesus Christ, I'll kill you with what you perceive as fright. My sweat and bullets just to throw them at you at the speed of light. I'm faithfully assured I'm a god amongst men who collide with substance and redesigns its function. So if you suck when you spittin', my thoughts will rupture your tendons, murder your shadow and kill you for me in another dimension. I have an inherent ability to limit the infinity. I see patterns in chaos, I am absolute energy. I speak in silence, there's no measure in the syntax. One hit you'll disintegrate for your brain registers the impact. I know God personally, he told me firsthand he hates you, and somehow you made it to heaven to have you gang raped by angels. So if you got a trump card, do what it takes to pull it, but it don't matter if you draw guns, I'll erase the bullets. I'm unlimited in the sense I make goddamn constructions. My imagination's afraid of the things I might come up with. I make weapons obsolete, take steps to bother me, I'll strangle you to limbo with my vicious grip on reality. I'm God's gift to rap above all in the craft. Come on, catch the rap, I forgot amongst men. I imagine the unimagined, manifested and make it happen. No question, my rage is fast. I'm a god amongst men. Unlimited, absolute, come with it with one sentence to kill. Just smash your crew in the polygons, cause iCON is a god amongst men. What am I? I'm a god amongst men. It's clear God created me in his spitting image. Y'all couldn't see the light, so I'm here to transmit the vision. My voice alone causes tremors in space when I speak it's felt. A father time, a speech impediment, and history repeats itself. The mere motion of my fingers disrupts the matter it meets. I point at you and cause body parts to splatter the streets. I move at the speed of light, multiplied by the speed of sound. I can throw you off the building and have time to delete the ground. Think you scorching me for sport? That's what God's recipe shows. I slit destiny's throat till I have to bleed soaked in my minority report. Then of course I reabsorb your life force to even odds and cause your course to de-evolve. When I touch you go suffer, get smashed to a puddle of colors. Uttering thunder I talk in my sleep in level mountains. The dust settles clouding the perception of several thousand, and the guess in the devil's house and a weapon to stretch you out. If I'm considering the raft of mine, the thought changes to acid prime, the cost of leaves and absent fries. Of course the weakest rap designer, basking casual dominance. I can damage with all exists, aviating the astral plane into a national monument. Applaud my omnipotence, I'm a god in your plain sight. I'll invert the color spectrum so dark emulates light, then force you into a painting of me, forcing you into a painting just to prove art imitates life. I'm God's gift to rap above all in the craft. Come on, catch the rap, I forgot amongst men. I imagine the unimagined, manifested and make it happen. No question, my rage is fast. I'm a god amongst men. Unlimited, absolute, come with it with one sentence to kill. Just smash your crew in the polygons, cause iCON is a god amongst men. What am I? I'm a god amongst men. I'm God's gift to rap above all in the craft. Come on, catch the rap, I forgot amongst men. I imagine the unimagined, manifested and make it happen. No question, my rage is fast. I'm a god amongst men. Unlimited, absolute, come with it with one sentence to kill. Just smash your crew in the polygons, cause iCON is a god amongst men. What am I? I'm a god amongst men.
about the news inside, where people were telling me you committed suicide. I couldn't grasp the idea, so I went to my room and cried and told peeps I'm doing fine due to my foolish pride. Sad fact is I'm not dreaming. I lost one of my money grips and hope she'll sign on from heaven. It's still on my buddy list. I remember we used to build on things to find with the senses. You thought more than me when we rhymed. I named you pensive. Knowing that you're gone helped me see how precious life is. I don't know what to say, but I know you're with me as I write this. Since you left the earth, LDS, I'll break through the feud. And that girl Simone doesn't mistake me for you. Your roommate came back to school, lives on the 7th floor, and my mother doesn't stay in Connecticut anymore. I can't help but to wonder if I was in my dorm on last March 16th instead of in New York, you could've talked with me. And I don't know what happened that day or made you need the fall, but I suppose you decided you'd already seen it all. Kids in the school paper called you unmotivated, and that ignorance pissed me off. No way I could overstate it. I feel like I should've known death was on your mind, but I don't think you thought ahead. The plan had impulsive design. You might have won your inner war, was taking the next step, or maybe you lost that war and gave it a death step. You came to me inside a dream. I didn't ask the right questions. Asked about when you didn't die, trying to cite reference. Why didn't I ask you about your life essence? I stand behind your decision, though I can't agree with it, but stay practiced for the cypher when we meet again. If I didn't make this track, then I wouldn't be a friend. Sidney Terrell Harris, rest in peace, kid. The month of March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's walk with pain and fetid consciousness. And ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb, where the Ides of March attacking that for which I am. The month of March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's walk with pain and fetid consciousness. And ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb, where the Ides of March attacking that for which I am. She said she could taste the sunrise with the corner of my lips. I said she could corner my lips with the taste of a sweet sunrise. This woman turned my bitter half into a sweetened fool by being the realest person I ever would meet in school. I said I wanted to measure us in years instead of months, when in truth I meant lifetimes instead of years. In 6 days she said it's over, second time that death appeared. Ain't it funny how heart and hurt share the same letters and sound, and how love's a Brazilian rock till heartbreak weathers it down, leaving you fettered and bound, instead dead in the ground. Cause in your head it resounds till it's embedded in towels on your mind's kitchen floor, causing grooves you walk across, and everything that held you together within your thoughts is lost. Got sick of crying my eyes out, smearing tears inside the margin, telling self I never loved you in big words and loaded jargon. I needed my soul back, cause you and your Jesus took it with you, and the fact I didn't know him, you said that was your issue, and I was taken from you, yet God gave you volition. And how you really love me, I just put you in a position where you question your faith and unsettle its place. Cause for you I serve your God's level in space. I couldn't comprehend exactly why we got to end. I guess I'm swimming in sin and you can't face the consequence. I can attest to the time I let you rest in my mind, cause in my essence you'll find marks is etched in the spine. So I tell you what I want you to know and encrypt the rest of my rhymes. You left me much exposed, I just wish this was juxtaposed, so I could be who you wanted and easily touch your soul. I couldn't compete with Jesus and I never wanted to. My entire desire was you believe in my love for you. March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's marked with pain and fetid consciousness. And ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb, where the Ides of March attacking that for which I am. The month of March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's marked with pain and fetid consciousness. And ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb, where the Ides of March attacking that for which I am. Who arrested my imagery? I taste despair in rainbows. I hate to share my brain's load. I stay in here to say no, to jump at invisible fences and run in my personal gauntlet. See rain when the weather's great and feel but every drop is haunted. Many catastrophes and doggerel. My mind's a masterpiece. I have released from plastic sheets to cast the beast and mongrel. So am I clinically depressed or just cynically inept? Losing the movements aside that I'm mentally inset. Wrote so much in the days to follow, it was hard to say tomorrow. I'm just an empty shell. My soul gave way to sorrow, living in my limited instance for existence. And I'm partially impartial to taking part in the sin. Can't see the forest through the trees or the trees through carved initials, or make my way back cause experience scarred the tissue. And March turned into April, April was turned out in the first place. May turned into Mother May, I find a reason to live in the worst way. But I didn't choose to force fate, only cause the month of May carries my mother's birthday. I approach an abyss, hoping hope will persist. Coax my soul to resist the molten cold within. To you the Ides of March is the day the death of Julius Caesar, but the death of my innocence is truly proven it's neither. And the ending of winter is a sign and start, so this year I'll hibernate and beware the Ides of March. The month of March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's marked with pain and fetid consciousness. And ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb, where the Ides of March attacking that for which I am. The month of March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's marked with pain and fetid consciousness. and ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb. Beware the Ides of March attacking that for which I am. The month of March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's marked with pain and fetid consciousness. And ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb. Beware the Ides of March attacking that for which I am. The month of March marks many minds with metamorphosis, but my mind's marked with pain and fetid consciousness. And ferocious lion out, sacrificial lamb. Beware the Ides of March attacking that for which I am.
This song is about a blind man.
Close your eyes and visualize. I'm a blind person, a fine version of my version. I was born without sight, my optics a black hole, so my mind moves without eyes to act as axles, imagining 3 dimensions, each of which you take for granted, pleading to discover the colors of hovering planets. Constructed a universe with one verse of my perception, with a rotation that'll reverse while certain seasons session. In my version of the world, color is unfounded folklore, and racism is a belief that the least is spoke for. My world is a dark utopia where buildings reach the zenith. I enjoy the sight of sex, despite the fact I've never seen it. Even though it might seem my scene is seamless, it takes several thousand words to see a sea of sea ships. My inner vision is vivid, painted with vigorous strokes. I've never seen light, but I'm getting this close. Creating landscapes from the sound of music's mellifluous notes. My mind's wrestling with specimens, it's a meticulous host. Basic shapes were explained to me as an infant. Now given descriptions, I position polygons in an instant. I don't make much cash, but I'm blessed with an open mind. So tell me which one of us is truthfully broken blind.
I'm a blind person, a fine version, a rhyme merchant. Over time I've come to find your minds can find words when you lack the insight, cause your eyes are designed perfect. Cause your eyes are designed perfect. I'm a blind person, a fine version, a rhyme merchant. Over time I've come to find your minds can find words when you lack the insight, cause your eyes are designed perfect. Cause your eyes are designed perfect.
Words are my pathway to vision, coupled with senses. Vocables have broken through the smuggling image, so in effect I'm good with speech, very verbose with verbiage. I picked up the microphone and did hip-hop a good service. I speak volumes in one sentence and make your balloons inflate. Write my rhymes in braille, you have to feel how I communicate. Placing a parallel planes, parables, and paragraphs. Putting what I say on paper when those with eyes won't bear the task. I'm giving the blind man's view and grabbing your ears as fast. Sometimes I wish it was deaf as a method to clear the trash. I've never seen a book, a mirror, or family. I can never drive an automobile and change its antifreeze. I'll never overstand all wars or deeds the clan did. I can only hope you point me the right way when I walk this damn stick. I cherish my perspective, for I see deeper than I do, and hide its meaning in words like you with haikus.
I'm a blind person, a fine version, a rhyme merchant. Over time I've come to find your minds can find words when you lack the insight, cause your eyes are designed perfect. Cause your eyes are designed perfect. I'm a blind person, a fine version, a rhyme merchant. Over time I've come to find your minds can find words when you lack the insight, cause your eyes are designed perfect. Cause your eyes are designed perfect.
Eyes wide shut, open to the world I used to visualize. My retinas approach visions the darkness once did disguise. And I eagerly got out of bed and looked around my apartment, amazed by the smallest things. I grasped my sheets to harness the world around me, whose colors were overwhelming. I gazed out the window to see several soldiers selling drugs to children, a small sky that hugs the buildings, a generation of people with feelings hidden and ugly shielding. Seeing this, I realized this world lacks direction, and behind that idea was a need to see my own reflection. And so I peered into the mirror, drawing near to a sense of purpose. But disgusted with my appearances, feared the sense is worthless. I was unattractive with acne that hadn't cleared up, and I wanted to murder the nurse that had always given me haircuts. I saw myself ugly and instantly less of a human. I sacrificed myself to see and rest in communion. The insight is my preference, and in my best defense I grabbed the mirror and shattered its excellence. Grasping the perfected masterpiece, foreshadowing that I would make my eyes the casualty. I threw the mirror through my dreamscape, shattering the glass menagerie. I threw the mirror through my dreamscape, shattering the glass menagerie.
control a day and toss my soul astray. It all started with bombardment of my apartment by solar rays. Rolling late to work, an aimless jerk with a tasteless smirk. Used the Danish squirt to paint my favorite shirt. He then sounded regrets. I impounded my threats and sit down at my desk before I went straight berserk. Something inside me snapped as I clicked, dragged and tight. My trusty alignment that had my synapses right. Succumbed to the grimy act that the sick madness sign. It touched me, inspired to rap fast and step back to mine. Insanity, a lot of the reasons for me to be plotting and scheming. So I got up and started for leaving the job and spotted on Ethan. Why don't we head for lunch and try pulling skirts? It's the least you could do to make up for this ruined shirt. Keep in mind the kid is slow, he went over to get his coat. I grabbed his letter opener and violently slit his throat. The sight was beautiful, I sliced his cuticle, then used his bloody fingers to write I like my cubicle. Average men were panicked then, yet I had a savage grin and called the police department just to laugh at them. I snatched the car keys to his black Ferrari, then jacked an RV, releasing a magazine for each of the bastard teens. Police in the mezzanine, that just saw me passing Wall Street. I crossed the line and lost my mind willingly. Equipped with heavy artillery, I'm on a killing spree.
Madman, my sanity is going like an hourglass. Blocks me, my chicks trying to knock me and lock me, but I'll be on the low. Killing everybody in sight. Madman, my sanity is going like an hourglass. Blocks me, my chicks trying to knock me and lock me, but I'll be on the low. Killing everybody in sight.
Navigating the vehicle, seeing you fleeing due to the reason that I'm being tracked and even viewed on the evening news. I stopped the motorhome over a manhole and copped the overgrown shoulder of ammo like I stole it from Rambo. Now I'm loaded to cancel lots of hopeless drones. I dropped to go below, holding a candle with a motive to handle the block I chose to roam and shock the folks at home. One hand held the handheld portable television, the other's comfort comes forth from the unit it's using to doing some human by scorching the skeletons and torching the evidence since I'm faking suicide, creating new divides by exploding the mobile home and killing who's inside. Reporters in decadence and distorting some residences. Let them sort out the depths of this Mormon type excellence. That same devilish grin, I think. Let it begin. Set off explosives and laugh for minutes after with the thoughts of interactive television. My escape is but a chore since they think I'm deceased. But why mistake it cause the force could be waiting for me. I needed the jet on the cheapest thing I could find around. Topped the conical hat, caught the Philly bus from Chinatown. I was all calm and collected, eating egg food young till dude banged my seat screaming, "Leg room, son!" I thought in my mind, alright, that's enough. Before grabbing a hostage, I stabbed the faggot with chopsticks and hijacked the bus.
Madman, my sanity is going like an hourglass. Blocks me, my chicks trying to knock me and lock me, but I'll be on the low. Killing everybody in sight. Madman, my sanity is going like an hourglass. Blocks me, my chicks trying to knock me and lock me, but I'll be on the low. Killing everybody in sight.
Had a nod to the driver's temple, MP5 aimed for patrons. The flame I'm waving made them cave in and change the station. I said I told tagging for programming with no caption shown in there. Another motherfucker's antiquated language. I wasn't gonna kill anyone, didn't have needs or nothing. The news said helicopters following like this was speed or something. Open the top hat to the old coach and cock back with a whole load with the shotgun and I got from a shot wrapped kimono. All three choppers blew up on impact, falling half a mile plus. The debris littered the street, caused an 80 car pile up. While the innocent tourist gas, I was giving a horrid laugh. Went back over to the driver and told him to floor the gas. Grabbed the intercom, but scary resolve said, "I know you scared of me all, but don't make any more calls, cause I got plenty of bombs that'll bury you all." We rode in silence, no more violence, but I buried the tall. Made them drop me in New Jersey at the Cherry Hill Mall and keep carrying on. I found a burial call, took the steering wheel off, kept my hat low cause these assholes swearing they raw, stared at me all. Sat for a second amazed with wonder how now my days are numbered, cause of a little incident interrupted my daily comfort. Doesn't matter, the damage is done, so I fled to Panama, son. Let's hope for their sake these bastards can handle their tongues.
That fat bastard. Yeah, he's gonna give a shit about this case.
This is also a book about God, or perhaps about the absence of God. A universe with no edge in space, no beginning or end in time, and nothing for a creator to do.
Yo, each time the novel's open, I am resurrected within the text that's etched inside its epic sections. As stories unfold, my tales of glory is old. I experienced a series of various poorly told roles, covered in dust on a library shelf and awaits a reader. Using magic methods to compel people to embrace its features. Once the book meets the hands, the bond made it supernatural. A literal page turner that makes further moves to grab at you. I'm in tune with the book, like I said, alive in its pages. So I know that it was moving, I mean providing it's taken. It's a collection of short stories written by several authors, ranging from fantasy, sci-fi to other temporal genres. I'm the only real being here, losing my mind with time. And my only saving grace are the scenes that I've defined. I was once on the other side, thumbing through 4 musics. That's why the last 3 chapters were written by yours truly.
Exploring another world and making a war of words. The pages capture your soul and the feeling occurs. The stage is set for a struggle as demons bleed in the light. But what is set to become of a hero tonight? The pen is heavy, it's shown. The illusion's proving a gift. The power put in the pen is pulling you in the mist. So pull us all from the stone and join the hero's fight. But if you don't, the story's ended tonight.
Watch this. My limbo of negative space sprouts land in life as the pages turn. I was amazed at first how it mimicked the shades of earth, but I've died 1,000 deaths in the shoes of 300 characters. As the story climaxes, my actions heat up the narrator. Lost count of the amount of times I've had to run the gambit, but now another man's possessed with a quest to understand it. I go from Viking to High King, the right wing to the ministry. As he sits obsessed with a book, neglecting his looks just to finish reading. The man's a writer who grabbed this for inspiration and found himself locked in his home engulfed in afflicting statements. He sits and faces the different pages till his ribs have caved in and his hair is growing to where it goes past his varicose veins. Since he let his muscles atrophy while scanning thousands of pages, but him finishing, that's the key for me to jump out of this matrix. Finally reaching the last page, he startled to find the story doesn't end. That's when he started to write.
Exploring another world and making a war of words. The pages capture your soul and the feeling occurs. The stage is set for a struggle as demons bleed in the light. But what is set to become of a hero tonight? The pen is heavy, it's shown. The illusion's proving a gift. The power put in the pen is pulling you in the mist. So pull us all from the stone and join the hero's fight. But if you don't, the story's ended tonight.
I'm casting a role of an inmate. I chuckle at the illusion. I judge this crafty illusion and bask in the notion I've been saved. The author writes with detail, reminiscent of Stephen King. What means the things he mentions, each of them needs to sing. That made his first 2 tales painfully slow, but now I'm in the home stretch, so yes, I gracefully hold every second as a blessing as he takes the control. Little does he know his writing is saving my soul. As the story came to a close, I escaped jail through a hole that I made. The light at the end of the tunnel fits of the puzzle as the road that I take to reinsert myself in the land of the living. Now I stand in the author's mansion from the underhanded precision of a novel that once possessed me to craft some additions and wonder how many others fell to its magic malignance. I leave the book open for the man that forever endures these myths, cause there's no escape for him. Sadly, the story ends.
Exploring another world and making a war of words. The pages capture your soul and the feeling occurs. The stage is set for a struggle as demons bleed in the light. But what is set to become of a hero tonight? The pen is heavy, it's shown. The illusion's proving a gift. The power put in the pen is pulling you in the mist. So pull us all from the stone and join the hero's fight. But if you don't, the story's ended tonight. The story's ended tonight. The story's ended tonight. The pen is heavy, it's shown. The illusion's proving a gift. The power put in the pen is pulling you in the mist. So pull us all from the stone and join the hero's fight. But if you don't, the story's ended tonight.
Yo, chum, man, these motherfuckers think it's a game. They don't understand this is what I fucking do for a living, you know what I mean? They need to fucking understand it's all some fuck you pay me shit now. Let's go. I came in a rap humble. I don't give a fuck now, just want what I deserve for working hard till sundown. I wasn't old or smart enough to come up in the golden age. Most of them niggas suck, but they're the ones that patrol the gates. I'm grinding twice as hard, writing bars, brighter than your shining star. Doing shows in empty rooms simply to give lights to hard. Not about how much you work, it's about someone noticing. And that someone has to be someone that everyone's focusing their attention on to get involved. You lick the balls to piss them off, otherwise you just sit and gawk at another guy. You get your sparks, a typical rap existence where lyrics lose tact in business. Nothing when compared to miracles, accidents, and being in the right place when your freestyle's lethal. Now I see how people can retreat. Now see you put so much of your soul in your craft, but nothing daily. That's why my attitude's on some fuck you, pay me.
I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me.
Sometimes promoters ask me, we'll do a show for the love, and I say sure. For the love of money, there's no reason for me to speak if you leaving me stuck and hungry. And I'm reaping a decent eating off evenings in clubs with honey. So I'll be that super asshole if the cape's the right size. And if you hate me for watching my back, likewise, I'm starting to care less about spitting my sentences right and more about getting my loot at the end of the night. Rocking shows is no obstacle with one of the hottest flows. If you ain't holding a proper glow, you got nothing to offer. Homes fine, call me hard to deal with cause I don't give in to you. On top of that, fuck you cause you ain't been in my shoes. What you know about riding Greyhound 12 hours just for a door split, driving 26 hours for a canceled performance? And I could go on about respect I ain't seen, so don't start with that exposure crap. Fuck you, pay me.
I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me.
Just cause you feel my music don't mean I owe you anything. You need to shut up and be happy. I'm continuing to write and record. I give my life for your songs. You can sit and cry for the flaws, but I don't get that luxury. The nerve of these companies to get the pride of the gore, asking me to rap for free on shit you buy in the stores and tell me I'm in the wrong but not supplying the song. Nigga, please, I don't need your compilation. I know my market worth. Come up with the proper payment. By the way, kids, regarding internet is in fame, 16 bars ain't the pot to guess my instant messenger name. I don't have the time or the wherewithal to care if y'all rap. Cause if you ain't family, I'm declaring y'all whack. Fall back. Now you know what the science is. Get your weight up, get a job, start saving. Cause my fuck tomorrow motto goes
fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me. I rap like no one out there can fuck with me. My attitude is fuck you, pay me.
Dr. Six Shot, iCON the Mic King, Iron Will. I spent the last 22 years trying to outrun the wind. Little did I know the high road that I chose would end. Now I'm lost somewhere between a dream and a memory, seeking a remedy for what I believe could lead to the end of me. The fire inside me is down to the last ember, and I'm trying to flip the script but got beef with the cast members. Nobody knows their role, everyone wants a spot in the marquee, so I'm always the party of one while you're just one in a party. I'm in the business of catching stars falling from the apogee, the bottle, the stardust, all from the love of the mastery. Wasting daylight day to day, sleeping pain away as the mind travels and unravels the battles inside my brain array. I question the time I wasted, cause the clock ticks the currency. I'm bad with money handling, management, and all its worth just seems trivial. But in light of the notion, there's no shadows of doubt present, cause I am the chosen. My name is I-C to the O-N-B, cause a potent speech gets them open. Why? Me, cause I'm chosen. C plus my focus, teaching, provoking, no one out there. Nobody can shake the poise, so if you with me or against me, just make some noise. If you can recognize genius, stand up. You understand what I'm saying? Put your hands up. I was born in a royalty, I didn't choose to spit. I'm similar to dude affixed to the crucifix. I was designed from the best, by the best to be the best. Those of you opposing truth can't show or prove a reason yet. Your view of me is distorted. I'm a being of force, and if I wasn't important, I wouldn't be me. I'd be someone important. Still it's hard to stay set towards your apex when you spit in the directions of idiots who don't get it. If the scripted gimmick a method is written perfection. So of course I'm conceited. I know what I'm capable of and what I brought into being. Cats get lost in the meaning of what I write because of the speed. And I'm cool knowing I be in the coffin for they call all of the pieces. My dogs laugh and scoff when I tell them off and I'm Jesus. It's a metaphor for the select report we share because of my meaning. So I'm a sick prophet with stigmata till I conquer the heathen. My name is I-C to the O-N-B, cause a potent speech gets them open. Why? Me, cause I'm chosen. C plus my focus, teaching, provoking, no one out there. Nobody can shake the poise, so if you with me or against me, just make some noise. If you can recognize genius, stand up. You understand what I'm saying? Put your hands up. The problem with being a chosen isn't being this low, and it's living up to the expectations from them. Deeming you golden, even though my own frustration is enough to ride into the sunset. My heart will pump the blood of success until there's none left. Each tribulation and trial I put up, weighing the foul. Mark the chronicles of an honest dude who lived this way with a smile. It's perfect, I love the rap, I love sharing my perception. When I die I'll be the only rapper still writing rhymes in heaven. I'll be worshiping, analyzed for my verses and scattered mine and praised by historians. For all my word in this captures time, I was built as a pure lyricist, clearly not a people person. So when cats stand on my way, I say fuck them and keep the working. They add fuel to the fire, heating the madness within. That's why I keep my enemies close so they can hear me laughing at them. They thought I'd give in and quit when they conspired designing these plots, but I'm the chosen, I'll keep striking while I iron these hots. So what's my name? C to the O and B, cause I'm potent. Speech gets them open. Why? A, cause I'm chosen. C, plus my focus. Teaching, provoked, and no one out there can shake the poise. So if you with me or against me, just make some noise. If you can recognize genius, stand up. You understand what I'm saying? Put your hands up. I am well.
Maybe beautiful and yeah.
Yeah, so they say.
What's too painful to remember?
Yeah, way too painful. I feel that.
We simply choose to forget.
Word. Gotta forget them. Yo, Amplifier, thank you for holding me down. Man, these chicks, yo. This first one right here. She's crazy, man. You know what? It goes like this, you know what I'm saying? We were a mismatch made in hell. I was dispatched with syntax to kidnap this maiden. In fact, this angel fell intact on impact. She switched hats and made me scale her sins and the twin bags of hymns in a shady deal. She played the role and so I made the toast big going grown the way to soak the road. She holds reverse, we broke the road, we drove. My pride was marked, the Ides of March as I would start the prior part of mine and thoughts arriving on the fireball. My silent fall. I could have pushing a button so she was looking for love in the wrong place, my wrong face, but she couldn't have judged it. We paved our street a one way and I would call her love. Say we'll be together forever when I knew we'd break up someday. Madness was dreams that passed by greener grass. I didn't seem to have a reason lasting a gamut of thought to even need her ass. She heard the track and turned Roberta Flack. Will you love me tomorrow? Honestly, no, bitch, but I do want you to swallow. Revenge is sweet, but not to you. You always spit it on the towel. In any space I made for you, you raped this juice and made it hollow. You used me, I used you physically. Give a fuck if I'm forgiven too. And you're not a virgin, bitch. After my dick is spinning you, I never loved you. I was convinced of a lie. I'm marking the scheme to target the P and just getting your thighs. Say, yo, I never loved you. I was convinced of a lie. I'm marking the scheme to target the P and just getting your thighs, and that's why. Yeah, word. Don't even talk to me, bitch. We ain't got nothing to talk about. Yeah, I mean, just live your life. Do what you do. I'ma do what I do. Word up. Now, this next one, I don't really know what happened. Alright, I really know what happened. But you know, I didn't think, you know what I mean? Oh, fuck it, just got it. She asked if the verse was about her. I truthfully wished it was. I paused before denying. I don't know, just because it was nice entertaining the idea of her immortalized inside of my cordial rhymes. The scorpion girl obliged my every desire with her ebony fire hit in every fiber of my energy. I was either compelled or intrigued by her elegant means of selling me delicate dreams where my elements can cease. Plus she's a fan of my music who sprinkles you're gonna make us between. I can't wait to see you, and baby, how are you doing? And I admit wholeheartedly that she had grasped a part of me. But for women I've been with, that's no hidden art it seems. Either she had my affliction or she played the game perfect, which explains the main purpose. How she came to fade first when we followed separate destinies. So she cried after I left the scene. Best believe my next extreme, she rested in scenes of ecstasy. My phone was disconnected briefly, but when I reached my goddess, that nasal voice that touched my soul had undertones of something cold where we had begun to fold. And it's funny how just a week previous she would speak as if my being is her means to live. Our conversations now consist of my empty how you been, and then with your peace and passions and me thinking, wow, you bitch. I fell victim to vicious pussy coupled with colorful game, but I learned the demon and angel were in fact one and the same. Cause now, yeah, man, these chicks, evil, all of them, they're all evil. Can't trust a chick, you know? Shit is real. I'ma let Amplify breathe for a minute. Last one, all my fault. I fucked up. Fuck it, here we go. We know our paths wouldn't cross unless we orchestrated a rendezvous. But most of those times I chose to go blind and act like a favorite entree. Too many hints in your words, I question if it occurred. But hindsight is 15, 17. Back then the vision was blurred. She's from a place where I'm not ready for a man means convince me otherwise. But thinking it's slurred when linking with her, and so my tongue is tied. It's a wildfire situation. Both our passions burning unadvised. Thinking back to the chances I blew the flame. Dances in Uber rain. Cancels this fuel as my inner child runs to hide. It begins to sound justified as I pin it down, clutch the rhymes and make use of this cluelessness. Since there's no other excuses left, used to joke about how she called too much and it wasn't reciprocated. I respond with a slicker statement. The heart is always proof and jest. My pops lives where she's from. Color me happy for the holiday. She gave me attention and rations that's been usually safe for friends and easily captured me in a style and grace. My adjective for her incredible, and I say it so anxious. Even though she gave on mixtape to the turner between radio stations, she told me how she shuts people out, share the true goals with me. Even cried about her grades as I tried to console swiftly. It all became too much for me. I failed roughly. I spilled the beans and killed the dream during this illest scene. Now I'm just a math tutor and an email buddy. So when you ask me why I'm not my normal jovial self, I dropped the ball and lost your cause. I'm still alone in this hell.
What's too painful to remember?
Way too painful to remember that one. But you know what? It's always gonna be with me. For real. Word.
A cube, symmetrical in proportion. We're all under rock crawlers, repeatedly get lost in. Brought in to see this world from a different aspect. But these dogs are playing bully, trying to see a catch check. A suburban full of talent, rocking mics for Caesar critics that search this flat earth for the best possible gimmick. You ever witnessed the Windex dry up on the plexiglass shield that protects artificial emotions from the real? I've been reeled in by lines casted by amateur fishermen who rock mics in the spotlight for less than a minute and seem to think that message boards mean they went from boys to men. On the road caught nothing but a case of food poisoning, annoying anthems about the groupies and the towns they represent. But when's the last time you've been moved by a rhyming piece of excrement? Heaven sent these balanced breakfast thugs who flash toasts and awarded prizes to the one who grabs their nuts most. Pushpins mark the maps of the so-called craziest who search for a fan base beyond a 30-mile radius.
Where everybody knows your name.
Confined to punchlines, staring from the window pane. It's a game, we're all players, but you struck out on the road to riches with a compass. My little Cub Scout, go ahead, make some mountains out of molehills. While you stand on the curb, poking sticks at the roadkill. World exists farther than the lines you've drawn in art class. And you're clever when you drop shit, but it proves that you're a smartass. This year's Lifetime Achievement Award goes to the man in the black suit who's been doing it for 10 seconds. A complete set of checks and balances, masturbation calluses from daydreaming about a life that won't exist. Distorted stereotypes of car sickness diluted with mountain air, salt water, past the border to an imaginary existence of crooked nut huggers and yes men who fiend to know the answers to your stated questions of why I'm here surrounded by weak props and miniature Glocks. Still locked inside of the idiot box. Still locked inside of the idiot box.
I see insignificant people wrapped up in this self-importance.
Record sales on Morpheus claiming that's not what the story is.
You gotta recognize it's all in good fun. Quit telling me put a record out.
Learn to put out a good one.
I see insignificant people wrapped up in this self-importance.
Record sales on Morpheus claiming that's not what the story is.
You gotta recognize it's all in good fun. Quit telling me put a record out.
Learn to put out a good one.
A couple candlesticks wishing to eclipse the sun. I'm sick of it, these sycophants insistent since the sentiments all for the synthesis. Y'all call this ignorant. Paul Mall of impotence, exquisite sense is impetus. I don't like how these kids act. Most of them are out of character. I'd recast this show if I could rework the parameters. Cats is crafting cheesy singles as great in my ears and just the internet. Yet it made their careers. Dropping 3 one-dimensional singles don't make you well-rounded through any multiplicative property. Dave Koresh and Heaven's Gate both had bigger followings, much bigger. Yet you're supposed to be God to me. Self-absorbed rappers suck and will eventually implode or fall off and contract. I still wanna be Down syndrome. Amateur porn stars don't think that they're Aphrodite. Half these cats that rap need to tap their psyche. So caught in self-delusion, lost your way to the network. Started a show on public access, now you think you're an expert. Compared to the big picture, you're miniature fool. You can't be more than 7 feet, the world's bigger than you. I'm glad it's a microcosm that I can run around, cause I know I might just slalom trapped in the underground. I'm staring at the television, sick of this insidious plot, thinking outside the programming of this idiot box.
nothingness in a tour bus full of imbeciles.
These minimal individuals wishing they weren't minuscule.
Remote control souls and white noise enamel.
The sitcom's formula's the last straw to break the camel.
12-inch of nothingness in a tour bus full of imbeciles.
These minimal individuals wishing they weren't minuscule.
Remote control souls and white noise enamel.
Yo, Nobs, I'm sick of this show. Come on, let's change the channel. I moonwalk across the sun during a lunar eclipse, looking for aliens or equality to see what sooner exists. Hung right at an older pair of molten solar flares. Put my hands on the surface, fingerprints sculpted there. My ex-lady requested I get closer to my soul. I traveled to outer space to take over control. And since I can't have this woman that I need in my life, I'll crash the sun into the earth. Fuck a meteorite. 58,000 kilometers between here and Mercury. Venus 108. Onward coming in space. So while you're running in place to Earth, will we burn this 3? I'll let her know beforehand. She be ready to jet soon. I'll scoop her up off the planet and populate Neptune. We can be gods or peasants, whatever suits her decision. She's scared to touch the sun due to stupid religion. They set up satellites and cosmonauts just to plead with me, but only she could bend the will of a cosmic deity. She didn't think I'd kill the planet, her delirious phase. When she questioned me, I said God works in mysterious ways. Things were never the same, I had no grief within, cause along with the planets I killed the belief systems. I let the 3 reform and sped their life cycles. She witnessed time repeat as people would write Bibles. She still wasn't convinced, I brought her to earth too. She said she was hopeful, I hoped I broke through. I said I'm done for, then kissed her once more, then left the world forever to live in the sun's core.
One thought keeps burning in my
This shit is
madness.
It's really
Madness.
We spittin'.
Madness.
We writing.
Madness.
This shit is
Madness.
It's really
Madness.
We spittin'.
Madness.
We writing. From the subject to the predicate, reject the precedent, accept the negligence, expect the innocence, respect negative, correct differences, inject sentiments, angels, excellent, evident. Rhymes are like testaments, foundation is based on the basic elements. My wordplay leaves the survey on delay. Write my rhymes in between the lines on the freeway. You paid the fuck, I got a nut on a free day. I attack the track with the impact of D-Day. This is syllable practice, killing you actors and whack rappers. I shut up matter and vital factors, splatter data and title matches. After the rapture, the mic collapses. Cypher masters, writing madness, igniting passion. My pen causes all the fucking action. I got a synergy with symphonies, no simple similes. The energy level is that of Super Saiyan level 3. My hair grows down to the knees, it turns platinum. Spitting is kinda dangerous now, it's like a fatal attraction.
One thought keeps burning in my soul. I've got a yearning.
This shit is
Madness.
It's really
Madness.
We spittin'.
Madness.
We writing.
Madness.
This shit is
Madness.
It's really
Madness.
We spittin'.
Madness.
We writing.
Madness. I got 2 souls in me, one for sin and one for piety. So when I die, I can choose which one I want to fly with me. If I made it to heaven, I get my path validated. Then wait at the door for my ex and other people that made it. Heaven's better than I imagined. Nah, you telling me short. I throw shows in God's crib, the best of resorts. Nuns and priests turn to guns and freaks. I don't want a piece of plenty, but I'm satisfied as long as you sweat me. I'll be the one to sleep when they're praising for sport. And if God sends me to hell, I'ma take him to court. Get a Jewish lawyer from Hades to act as my defense. So when I'm done, role reverse. Someone stands to repent. Either way, I'll sit on a cloud rocking a Kango with feathers. Not only when I'm clumsy, a fallen angel forever. Halo stays in place, watching from the atmosphere, writing words in cloud formation just to keep the madness clear. hopped about my slumber, said good morning to my dreams. Good night to all the shackles that hassle the in-betweens. I glanced up at the time for the balance it claims to spew. The calendar, March 12th, the clock, 8:02. One of my peeps calls the cell, says we gotta hit the streets. No time to take a shower or catch a bit to eat. Just got home from a bid, I beat for serial killing. They said evidence was doctored, it wasn't an ethereal feeling. I throw on some dirty gear and choose some icebreakers. Looking up at the sky, thinking it's in the right phase. It's overcast and ominous gray, dead birds survey the horizon as I dance with the devil in this unholy alliance. Now it's my partner in crime and we're starting to rhyme. He issues me a challenge that was sparked in a line.
Nigga, you ain't grimy, you ain't raw as you used to be.
Ain't nothing changed, I'll murk whoever you choose for me. So we stop at Wawa, I cop donuts in a Snapple. In my head I heard something grandma used to quote from Matthew. I'm having second thoughts, it's true I lost my nerve. He lowers the music, my man has crossed the verge.
Alright fam, listen to what the guards say. I want you to murk some random nigga up at the parkway.
I said I'm with it, I did it, another murder committed. I get home for rest, stress, but grandma knows I'm sin-sinning. I'm caught within a galaxy of alternate realities where three pictures are being painted in the same frame. Life is parallel, but I must maintain. I'm caught within a galaxy of alternate realities where three pictures are being painted in the same frame. Life is parallel, but I must maintain. I hopped about my slumber, said good morning to my silhouette. Good night to all my pillows next, and wonder why I feel so stressed. Glanced up at the time for a dose of deja vu. The calendar, March 12th, the clock, 8:02. Now I'm working through routine, removing evidence of sleep. The new say, time killer loose, but I'm too negligent to pee. Now I've taken a shower, freshly dipped for the day. Morning arrived quite abrasive, like nothing would get in its way. I'm hitting the block, destination undetermined. I stopped to take in the sun and wonder what's the purpose. I'm walking through Rittenhouse Square and sitting out there with some pigeons found there, some wicker house chair. It's rocking like someone's in it, laughing in my direction. I figure it's just some bum and not worth an inspection. Now I'm headed up the parkway, blocks trooping as usual, extending brotherly love. This day was beautiful. I imagine rainbows paint the cloudless firmament, and the sun kissing the moon instead of burning it. Chilling by calm fountain water, watching swans and squirrels too. All of a sudden the calm water swirled to a whirlpool. The squirrels in attack mode pelted each other with nuts, and the airborne swans fought till one was missing his guts. The scene was clearly eerie, more so overwhelming, so I turned to leave, and there was my assailant. I'm caught within the galaxy of alternate realities where three pictures are being painted in the same frame. Life is parallel, but I must maintain. I'm caught within the galaxy of alternate realities where three pictures are being painted in the same frame. Life is parallel, but I must maintain. I hopped about my slumber, said good morning to my life force, hating to face the glaciers and pacing in nature's right course. I glanced up at the time to acknowledge the day is due. The calendar, March 12th, the clock, 8:02. Agitated and paranoid, expecting the end is nigh. I'm eyeing a black hole sun whose heat is intensified. Something made me then decide I wanna look correct. Took a shower and washed the areas I usually would neglect. Went through things I could regret on this my expiration day. Before eating breakfast, email God, amazing grace. I could stay in the crib and die from a household folly. Thought about it for a second. Nah, yo, not me. On my last day on earth, I wanna see my fam and friends so we can polish things over since it's the day it has to end. I cast the 48 for what may be the last time. We approach the parkway, I'm seeing these cats ride over toward the fountain, and this ball gets shot in the head. Right then, part of me died like that was my spot, but instead the shooter turned and looked at me like we expected each other. He mouthed what I was thinking and made my thoughts stutter. The bus ran the red light, and I'm shook but not really. However, I breathed a sigh when I saw he was caught on the TV. He stared to the camera, we both knew but scared to tell. The same time in live broadcast, we said parallel. I'm caught within a galaxy of alternate realities where three pictures are being painted in the same frame. Life is parallel, but I must maintain. I'm caught within a galaxy of alternate realities where three pictures are being painted in the same frame. Life is parallel, but I must maintain. Rapping, ripping mics, chasing money and women. When you think of it, life in itself is a death sentence, but the sentence is a run on you, write it with 3 dots. While I live mine, I'ma raise it up like tube stocks. My heart beats to the same rhythm slaves handed their work hymns. So running through my blood are the souls of these jerk men who run the libraries in search of the truth. Living under a glass ceiling while we crave to raise the roof. I've saved the truth for the children of the future. Post my commentary on church doors like Martin Luther. Have the heart to shoot you, but I'd rather hug you and build. I'm not the next man who'd rather slug you and steal. I'm here to speak my mind, I gotta love to instill. All for a revolution, but I love to just chill. Life is only one word, ain't enough to reveal. Inner peace to serve his quest, and the mind we conceal. Everyone thinks I think, but thoughts to leave you lonesome. Most find accepted thought, and if not, then they'll just clone some. I walk the rainbow bridge in the stars with Thor and Loki, trying to see Nirvana in life as the sipes the reaper smokes me.
Raw to the core, calm gets torn with a negative score. This means war, call to the floor, locks on the door, lyrics is pure. This means war, raw to the core, calm gets torn with a negative score. This means war, call to the floor, locks on the door, lyrics is pure. This means war.
Who's that? It's Pack, you catch and move back, make you think the world was flat when I knocked you off the map. It ain't too often that mics get blessed like those that spark with the rhymes that I bust. I stay up front like Rosa Parks. Take a backseat, hard to catch me like a taxi. If you taught me and I got straight A's, you wouldn't pass me. Any questions? Don't ask me. I ain't here to answer. I think of a rhyme and cast it downloaded on Napster. Your rhyme schemes are worthless, punchlines with no purpose. You worse than the you rap about in your own verses. Cut your shit in half and I'm cutting that in 2. Be the newest Pokemon character, Whack-a-Chew, Pack an icon, the combination for which you was waiting. We don't freestyle, we get spontaneous lacerations.
So man your battle stations in an instant, I'm giving proof. Your style is Velcro, coming across sounds like I'm ripping you. iCON, I interviews and change minds with induced designs. You're not an MC, you're an etch-a-sketch. You shook and lose your lines. Your strategies lacking tenacity, coming back at me placidly to this masterpiece that I craftily blast the whack MC. The exalted mic king, so bow to your majesty. Battling the poker game, and with my skills I show the hand. Now let me rearrange my words so you can better understand. Placidly whacking C's blasphemy, masterpiece craftily. With his majesty's strategies coming back and he's packing tenacity. Past unseen capacity. I enslave the English language so when it gets out of lines I use my whip on diction to violently crack verbs. I'm so ahead of the game, I move around the board backwards. My mind built for rhyme and I snatch flows when pondering. Can't drink with bad MCs, I'm lactose intolerant. Madness crafted in lactic acid got me thinking to hate the battle, I'm a passive man. Since drop bars more fatherless than a bastard blacksmith. Lyrics so cryptic, master sailors couldn't catch strips. You wanted to match wits, that's why your brain feels inflamed. So I'll point you into the astral plane and fight back. Cause for the present you couldn't come off if you was a price tag. Yo Pack, let's start a trim and whack MCs, get their mic snatched and push your herbivores' heads through multiple bike racks. If you didn't know my name, you hang from the testicles. Like, maybe now you respect the style. iCON and PackFM, we in the zone set to hurt you. Y'all couldn't drop a hotline with a phone sex commercial.
I burst through with the lyrical, but I prefer this in you. More heart than a ventricle, get flipped like reciprocal. With forces that centrifugal, run through you like a sentinel with nobody defending you. The foul was intentional, for trying to be original, for biting the subliminal. Saying you want some next, but you barely passed the minimal. Smooth like a criminal, the shoes too big to fit into. So just sit down and listen to the evils that a pen will do.
I'm quick to figure you minuscule, flip a picture through syllables, rip a sinner who's pitiful, spit a script and do injure crews with the grip of my tentacles. Riddle critical imbeciles, if I flip a fuse, it'll split a fool in the two. You couldn't flow, pouring your plasma through inner tubes. My is up and coming up for interviews. You can't call it a song when it makes a better interlude.
Raw to the core, calm gets torn with a negative score. This means war, call to the floor, locks on the door, lyrics is pure. This means war, raw to the core, calm gets torn with a negative score. This means war, call to the floor, locks on the door, lyrics is pure. This means war.
Of course I never really went to war. Back in '67 I drafted and I went to Canada. Canada's a nice place to live, no wars there. Matter of fact, there's not much of anything in Canada.
Hoes with big breasts.
Not even this song in Canada.
Indie ground in Canada.
They have the plague in Canada.
They got sound minds in Canada. They got eclectic focus in Canada.
UN5's in Canada too.
INC in Canada.
But no wars, no wars in Canada.
www.mp3.com/SDKFC. The Mike King and I, Independent Records, Society, Michael Milken. Cause there's nothing a kid can say to impress me unless he speaks upon life. Leave a swan dive from field to monogram. This song was slam in disturbed magnetic field, so sonograms are recrafted with my logo. Hell, your mom's a fan first and foremost. Releasing a terse verse that'll disperse and foreclose all the circus poor pros. Hormones ought to be safe for better expenditures. Let the placenta burst. That was your realest diss. Do better than that. I better pretend to hurt than play you long in a Howie t-shirt. This is a jettison call. Your girl needed sexual healing, and I got the medicine balls. A telekinetic weapon enthralled, repping them all. Anonymous cats named you, anti-scapegoat. Follow the sacrilegious, a pack of midgets acting vicious, but the role was taken. I'm an Ebola raven, paving the road to sell your soul to Satan. There's a toll to pay him, your pockets are linted. Good thing you're utterly worthless, let the novices printed. Sankofa everywhere, non breeds and flocks. Offer me props, off cinematography stops. Dropped in a mahogany box with no escape. You're scared of the dark and claustrophobic. I represent society in him, every thought's corrosive. Same cat who lost the motive when malpractice suits arose. Rumors of a homeless god, I gave truth to those. Spitting a generic diss chapter, a verse from bent scripture. Leaving the whack folks when the backstroke in a cement mixer. Let the lens blister. Transmissions quickly fade to black, screw misogyny. Just give me sickly phrases that beta slap. I'll take it back and make a track on Betamax. Put it in a time capsule with a note to face the facts. Then place a map behind a photo with you and your girl. Just to illustrate how easily I can ruin your world. As a two white collar criminals, giving you the breath to live. Cause I'm more interested in expressiveness than depressing kids. The lesson is learned. Pestilent testaments destined to churn. Excellence is a goal and obsession is in the soul. So now you know, iCON and I gonna track equals SDKFC/Beatjackolantern 3. Your fantasy has been realized. Succumb to the sensory overload. Essentially, cats claiming distro were meant to be dope, so yes. Whatever happened to the plan? Enthusiasm dwindled and wove boozy works of woe with the woozy madam spins.
I'm in the beginning, the end of the minutes, sending them within the energy, giving me mentally sentencing a paragraph, meaning spit vigilantly. SDKFC, recon men, but follow the basic pack. Send you head first to a stack of books and force you to face the facts. iCONs down the fort. Sink over, tick over bars, press them in the shape in order to keep the game intact. Diversity fits you. Keep your receipt, I'll let you take it back. You couldn't track me in my lines if I run away train of thought was highlighted for all to see on subway station maps. You're not an MC consumer, know your role, cause that's your place in rap. It seems my alien mind needs a daily enzyme, or else my brain will decline from shame and the flames of pain pertain to the straining aim and its plane's failing design. Just to set it straight, we make you think we elevate to devastate, and that's the reason so many ended up dead. Heaven's Gate. So think it's probably wise for me to stop these lies and moms to keep my feet on the ground. Cause when I kick rhymes, I open portals in space and time big enough for body slides. If I caught you sleeping, I took over your physical form with the methods of quantum leaping. And that's the reason you woke up screaming from fear. In prison that autumn evening, my proper verse drops to rock the earth with socks to girth. You rap nothing fully, you get shot up at both sides, Papa Smurf. Wasn't a word missing? Well, I'm an abstract artist, well known for spilling the pain. From my rhyme scientist, let's play filling up. When dealing up, I'm shielding my building a skill in the. And if you couldn't fit it in place, it's ace laced your blank face with scattered spray paint on a Saturday late. Rhyme patterns slay fate in front of latter day safe. We splatter fake waste. The iconoclast intercepts mics on the pass for the set. Sights on the task, the internet. Life forms a mash, I'm binging that. Wipe off your ass and send a text right towards your path. The Mic King's intellect, writes morbid mad. Beatjackolantern 3, brought to you by Sankofa and iCON. SDKFC, massive. Legends are made, that's why I'm ahead of my days and so destined to set a precedent for I exit the game. And objectively with my test it means I'm the best to remain an underrated underachiever. Some are haters, some are believers, none are greater, none of them see the unabated wonder between the stunning cadence and cunning conceit. How many times must I rise from the ashes till you know I'm a phoenix? Wait, that's expecting Babylonians to know that beholding that Jesus. Keep unfolding the reasons I should be in the throne with the reasons, but I was named Mic King, it was foretold in Appreciance. What I do speaks for itself, my pride just repeats it to you. And the way I figure things is not conceited, it's true. I'm iCON, the Mic King, God's gift of poetic MC, and I'm the wave of the future. But y'all ain't accepting the greeting. I'll be valiant through the challenge and let the people rebel. Cause my talent isn't silent, that shit speaks for itself. The beat's talking to you. Listen, when the speakers propel, the rhyme screaming at you. They got secrets to tell. As long as we do our thing, it's not a feat to prevail. We don't have to say nothing else, the skill speaks for itself. The beat's talking to you. Listen, when the speakers propel, the rhyme screaming at you. They got secrets to tell. As long as we do our thing, it's not a feat to prevail. We don't have to say nothing else, the skill speaks for itself. No homo chum is amazing, only cat working harder than me. It's pro bono for the guard, for y'all, he's charging a fee. On with the beats, come on, murder your favorite producers. That's not a statement of hubris, just get his beat banging your new whip. I play it in head service, a lost take from the blueprint. And that man's one of my brothers, the bond's greater than music. So loyalty in a crisis ain't an issue to get at. He know I got his back like he donated tissue for skin grafts. Rappers frontin' on his tracks must not be hearing the shit. That man'll make you sound heavenly when he's engineering the mix. Shumzilla is an anomaly, he from out there in the sticks. But got more street smarts than them sweet tarts swearing they crips. I put whatever on it, he'll murk what you bringin'. And I challenge you to find better beats out New England. When it's all said and done, and you view my skill as a pillar, give thanks to Chum Gangster, the Skrilla Gorilla. The beat's talking to you. Listen, when the speakers propel, the rhyme screaming at you. They got secrets to tell. As long as we do our thing, it's not a feat to prevail. We don't have to say nothing else, the skill speaks for itself. The beat's talking to you. Listen, when the speakers propel, the rhyme screaming at you. They got secrets to tell. As long as we do our thing, it's not a feat to prevail. We don't have to say nothing else, the skill speaks for itself. We lead by example. For example, I master dope flows, but won't get the last laugh with you whack cats till most know. I make classics now, I don't really cap for promo.
Star, I don't battle no more.
We so close to creating perfection, God ask Chum for the formula. He and I match each other in sneaker size, so seek and find. Our shoes are too much for you to lace up.
Don't take sucks, find a new hobby that you can take up.
There ain't much left to say, the beats and rhymes speak volumes. As long as the volume is pumping and you ain't pumping the volume. When we leave the stage, I won't need to say shit for a reason.
Catch me in the corner not speaking.
When I begin to spit a verse, it's picture perfect in sync with rhythm and images and words that fit a purpose. This ignorant born chum got background for tight pictures.
Matter of fact, kinda like this cat for a white nigga.
The beat's talking to you. Listen, when the speakers propel, the rhyme screaming at you. They got secrets to tell. As long as we do our thing, it's not a feat to prevail. We don't have to say nothing else, the skill speaks for itself. The beat's talking to you. Listen, when the speakers propel, the rhyme screaming at you. They got secrets to tell. As long as we do our thing, it's not a feat to prevail. We don't have to say nothing else, the skill speaks for itself. Fallen angels speaks for themselves. Demigods speaks for themselves. Stronghold speaks for themselves. Parts of speech speaks for themselves. Chum Gangster speaks for himself. Icon the mic king, I speak for myself. Speak for ourselves. Michael K. I'm from a place called Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the thing you always gotta wonder about where you're from is, do you control it or does it control you? Yeah. The city is mine, an organism living behind smoking mirrors, smoking spirits, and the friendliest lies. I envy the skies as they pretend to be high and mighty, holding rain over me for the cleansing of time. But in the end of my surrender, the rhythm is God's. Walk the streets on the beats of the trends and the tides. To no degree does Dilladell hold control of me. It's a symbiotic relationship in the guise of a bait and switch shifty bargain I made to get better sense of the mind. Since the targets that make it stick in the garden, the snakes and ticks, I give regard to the ways and winds and weather sins of the pride. My city's alive and breathing, I'm in tune with his pulse. I'll be one with his person when I'm exhumed to the ghost. Resurrect his musical notes with the hubris of home. Most cats assume from the tone my insidious vibe, cause I go to sleep and I rise to the mansion, the city is mine. Philadelphia, home sweet home. At the mercy of the city. Home sweet home. At the
mercy of the city. It's mine, an intricate system defined by your citizens, litigants, invalids, and its confines. Where zip code gives most of code's excuse to be down. My cross streets got me reppin' Brewery Town. So who are we now? Cause the man built the city, now the city builds the man. Even when he moves to be out, catch the 48 and the 7 for my orchestration of severance. Of course the hate is the weapon in the city of brotherly love. Has to come to the ones of the drugs, sucked in the crux of the slums, but we force the gates of the heaven just to touch a refund. On the promises we used our faith to fill the holes. And my accent so fully created and controls it. We live up to the rumors in spite of the reputation. Keep our ice grills polished with mileage for when you face them. My attitude is stubborn, don't give a fuck what y'all think. Cause I come out of Philly like horse offspring. Philadelphia, home sweet home, at the mercy of the city. Philadelphia, home sweet home, at the mercy of the city. I'm just a piece in the city, a crack in the Liberty Bell, a stitch in the fabric made for linen retail. The system prevails, where our culture is bought and sold but never duplicated. Keep cheesesteaks across the globe, really held from inside by the Philadelphia pride that still hurls as a guide that I follow with thoughts of leading. Said I walk the streets and lost their meaning on each joyful evening, where I often pretend that I'm in control and I paint the scenery, but my engine soul can't find ways to reach the peak. Provided by the powers in place and scope I'm supposed to be. In my mind, the skylines are time bound than most of me. Worldviews is limited, can't imagine the infinite. They can't amend to the citizens and it doesn't exist. And the knowledge of the hermit don't match the wisdom of a gypsy. The city isn't mine, I'm at the mercy of the city. Philadelphia, where I'm from, I'm at the mercy of the city. Philly, best place to be. I'm at the mercy of the city. Yeah, North Philly, Germantown, Fishtown, Nice Town, Albany, I mean Big D. Logan, shout out to the West Philly, Traveler. South Philly, Northeast, man, South Street, Market Street, Center City, man. Last Emperor, Chief Kamachi, Steph Tatas, man, Rich Medina, man. It's like no matter what you do, you can't ever really break the cycle. Round and around we go. There's all types of factors involved. Round and around, yeah, you can't ever. It's a vicious cycle. Break vicious cycle. Vicious cycle. Vicious cycle.
Let the good times roll off the tip of my tongue. I'm the living high voltage eclipse of the sun. Shadow boxing with doubt, placing myths in a gun. Open fire on broke desires as the riddle is spun. From undocumented apocalypse as the cynical come. Bitter and strung from high wires over rivers of blood. Bullet scars from shooting stars where epiphanies plug. Acting plastic for parents, preparing for Emmys and such. I'm just trying to make it however the legend has it. And if not, trying to be luggage instead of baggage, awaiting the verdict. And volition versus the zodiac, wearing the goalie mask before it comes to a head with madness. That's when the turning point becomes the line of fire. Guess I'm doing brain surgery, using a tire iron, adjusting a prime rate. On the verge of a recession, dealing with the low returns of my emotional investment.
Wouldn't go live at the house on me. Wouldn't go live at the house on me. Wouldn't go live at the house on me. Wouldn't go live at the house on me.
I hold the future in weathered hands, palm sweating to get a chance. Varsity letterman on the bench to impress the fans. I'm dying in secondhand. Smoking mirrors, orbit black holes. The hope in here is the Holy Spirit. Light years from my darkest hour, gaining over my shoulder. My angels aiming arrows, demons drawing it closer. Till I determine its face value. While I lie through my teeth, saying I'm great, how you? Really trying to doctor these omens, cause these are things I brought about like a boxing promoter. Not enough logic to broker trials of common sense. I'll be out to the recount on votes of confidence. But there's no outrunning your shadow. We're war with self, choosing sides and judging the battle. Lights out on my element, settlements truly haunt me. Got skeletons in my closet wearing someone's dirty laundry.
Wouldn't go live at the house on me. Wouldn't go live at the house on me. Wouldn't go live at the house on me. Wouldn't go live at the house on me.
You can't Can't be a big fish out the small pond if you can't breathe the air. Think it over.
Yeah, this track right here is for everybody that knows the grass is always greener on the other side. My girl broke up with me over this song. Enjoy. Recognize game, that's how you wanna play it. But I can skin the cat before you quantify the layers. Everybody knows the G-code, but I question when to use it. You're lost out in the world, I'm just possessed inside the music. Telling me tales of where you been, I respond with where I'm going. How my life's a vicious cycle, and you don't fit inside the motion. Live a past that never was, you see a future that never will be. Only medicine's time itself, I took time for better healing. Chase your picket fence, I'll clean pipes to make some headway. And I see where you're coming from, cause time gave me the X-rays. Now you think I should fashion passion from last we had in the past tense? I stopped faking sincerity after half of your antics. I want you under a microscope to ask your atoms to break up. I want you banished from this planet for tampering with my atoms, grabbing my hand and caroling. Being such a fake slut, let that rain slide off your face and erode your social makeup. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. So what's the problem in this instant? Now you want my attention, but when it was undivided, you parted from higher The sun doesn't follow moon phases, they coexist to flourish the earth. So you're the moon and I'm the sun, relationships earthly, nourish the birth. I've seen the greenhouse effect and I've seen the ice age. I've seen you trace my palms to examine my fate. Yet in the heat of the struggle, you're still leaving me puzzled, challenging each of my thoughts just to seek the rebuttal. You want my every free moment at the cost of no avail. You want me to batten down the hatches just so you can blow the sail. You want me to jump through burning hoops for a crowd of 22. You want. How about what I want from you? I keep my foot up on the fence. You yell from your bedroom window, teasing me with seldom info that I'll have a well-groomed info. If I take your hand at a time and follow your plan in mind, swallow that stance of mine and trace inside your I wanna throw paint up on the canvas, mold the landscape as needed. And now I wanna hop that fence to run through a field that's treeless. The stability of your roots, but this plant needs room to grow. I'm too young for a life sentence, I'm trying not to lose control. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. You said you wanted to know and now you know when you ain't happy. You said you wanted to know and now you know when you ain't happy. You said you wanted to know and now you know when you ain't happy. You said you wanted to know. No, you don't. I'm playing my field of dreams. It's raining torrential nightmares. This essential. I'm scared of this potential right here. Of being alone and being crowded around. An aborted baby crying is not as loud as the sound of our hearts beating in sync. Yet I repeatedly think if the grass goes long enough, I'll be reaching the brink. To which I'll plant a tree and maybe some apple seeds around a place with a welcome mat. That'll read home sweet home, knowing home is bittersweet. And the scenery's merry with kids, yet I don't get to breathe. I wanna stand in grass high enough for raptors to hide. I wanna touch each butterfly and capture the eye. I wanna blaze uncharted trails back to the fence. I wanna hold my foot over bugs and watch the suspense. I really wanna lose responsibility with someone like-minded. The only time we hold back is when one of our spines itch. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. The grass is always greener, so I wanna hop the fence and bask in what my neighbor has grown. Your ass is always cleaner when you give an extra rinse and bath before you always leave home.
Quiet as it's kept, I'm a Leviathan at best. Utilizing my true assignment, I am science in the flesh. Image incarnate, pen in a parchment, twisting a myth in a harmony. Exercising in my breath, notes of my demons. Ninja stars dipped in holy water, yogi author growing on it from seeds of a swollen drama. Colliding iron with success, everything is everything except for what is not. If life has changed, why am I in vain for wanting stock? Suffer suckers that punch a clock. I refuse all or nothing, call it love, and just call it some type of abuse. What am I to you? My guess less than you are to me. Finger fuck society for interrupting lies and peace. Undermining me, have to erode the sea gold. Let the levees break the cycle, let the truth be told. Yes, motherfucker.
Call me the specialist.
I'm a true master, you can check my credentials.
Call me the specialist.
Bring the fake to reality and make it fake.
Rap science, call me the specialist.
I'm talented, yes, I'm gifted.
Call me the specialist.
Trust me, I'm as live as it gets.
The lessons as an adolescent, stressing on to be the best upon surface of earth. For what is worth dollars and cents, purpose their lives, a curse to follow a script. Dodging hollow tips, never moderate. Suckers moving average, I'm a savage, a beast in the wilderness. Could give a fuck if you're feeling this. This is peeling back your chest, saying here I am, exposing your core. Amazing what a man can do for Modo. I move slow-mo, on pace, facing adversaries, scared read development, a testament to the grind. Words that peel back your mind, make you think twice. Entering the realm, no going back from now. More than rap, scrap, avoiding crowds, pull you down above the level, so we never see level. Always moving, never settle. Stuck playing catch up, facade made up. Exposed through my job of killing haters.
Call me the specialist.
I'm a true master, you can check my credentials.
Call me the specialist.
Oh my God, was it a deceptive facade, a falsehood that I could not put my finger on? Witness an angelic being something better than me, telling me what's running, pearls of essence, rest can set me free. Easily taking my hand, she led me to my promised land. Falling into audacious time, I realized I was a man, and nothing more than a mortal in a portal, in a dream in a flash. In a second you took me to the future you took me into the past. And I laughed, and I saw how much I've changed in this life of struggle. It was kind of hard for me to look back into that deep, dark tunnel. I cried to the purple skies and let me fly away like an eagle. All I want someone to appreciate me, not to be regal. And the seagulls spoke to me with an incredible sense of love. And I realized how trivial everyone's life was. Her advice was better than anyone's, but she said it without words. And I looked at the world around me, and I realized it was absurd. And I felt the surge of energy leading me into the right direction. And I realized I'd learned my final lesson.
Locked in institutions, polarized before my eyes, aided in my mind's pollution amidst the world's excuses. I saw what it is to learn, so I burned creative juices. They sent me off to college, thinking thoughts would be abolished. My polish while gaining knowledge. I sent the stars a message. In conference, settled nonsense, quickly granting needed leverage, but the stars travel far to tell me nothing new. I start enlightenment. What they presented, I was hip to. From my wonder years, the advice was only to stay true. That was the final lesson. Man, I got gypped, dude. But in the long run, I feel that my beliefs were reinforced. And now when I speak my mind, I'm able to read and force. In this search for higher learning, I can get higher learning. And even without drugs, you can get higher learning. Here I perspire, thirsting from consummation to mental wealth. And all along I had the response maintained straight to the self. In a way one could say this revelation is a godsend blessing. A gift from the cosmos composed the final lesson.
Myself encircled by flowers, cherry blossoms made me in the perfect twilight. Last thing I knew I was falling, that would explain my eyesight. Blurred by tears, a liquid manifestation of books burned over the years and revolutions lost. I see what my resolution brought, a clear mind and a solid heart, swimming in this blurry limbo of thought, gliding between the lines of Hemingway and Marx, an imaginary dialogue in this serene scene. I'm now joined by an instant call, and the butterfly named Betterfly, the crooked cucumber directing my eyes to a bettered sky. But why? Shoshin, you're close to the reason, you've done the reading, but all the words in the world couldn't bring you to this beautiful meaning. You possess the key to those shackles. I search my person passionately, emptying every pocket until I find I have no key. But somewhere in the searching of faint memory, the final falling blossom settles me. I recall the words my father said to me when I was younger. Brennan, the precious present is everlastingly under within, deep in the skin, sleeping among the anger, the sorrow when you're suffering. The thought pattern is fading. My life is a shackled painting, and all these years I've had this key critical to my emancipation. The painting is now unbounded. A perfect blue engulfs the canvas. A message, not of the senses, but deeper. My final lesson.